Here's how I helped this Fortnite map creator go from 0 CCU and reach 2490 CCU that made him $11,000 in a week so far. Before we get started with the video, I just want to say that I'm not saying that this is an average result. I'm also not saying that if you work with me you will get thousands of CCU overnight, because you won't. In this situation we knew we were about to get featured in MetaGGXX, so we decided to make the most of the opportunity. But if the map didn't have the right systems in place, it would never reach 2500 CCU. And I know many maps that reach MetaGGXX and get featured but still only get like 200 to 300 CCU. So anyone saying that getting MetaGGXX guarantees 1000 CCU is just lying. Okay, so first let's start with the client info. He had a map that flopped after release and got around 200 CCU, then instantly dropped back to 0. He tried updating the map over and over again, hoping it would get boosted or at least enter some tabs. He knew his map had more potential, just did not know how to unlock it. So he decided to stop wasting time and potential revenue he could be making. So he DM'd me, trusted me and paid in full, and that's where everything changed. This is the map code and the genre was Tycoon. As I said, he paid in full in the DMs. As you can see, paid in full, he joined. Okay, so now let's go over some problems and consequences he was facing. So some of the main problems were not getting featured in Discovery. Because of that, he got stuck at a low CCU count, basically 0. He was relying on Discovery and tabs to boost the map. He got like 200 CCU boost, then back to 0 after he got out of tabs. He's been wasting months publishing maps to die after a week. He also had very bad metrics like retention, session time, etc. He was grinding updates every day, hoping one would move the needle. He realized how much money he was losing by wasting time because he didn't have the right systems in place. Let's quickly go over some metrics before we started working together. So his map, as I said already 3 times, it was at 0 CCU. Retention was at 12%, as you can see here. Then day 7 was 1.7%. And also like average playtime, total playtime sessions, average session time 21 minutes, and all-time peak was 150 CCU. Also generated around $200. And the only tab he was getting was new and updated, so he got a spike and then instantly back to 0. He also had very bad CTR and almost already gave up on the map. We started working, we knew we were about to get featured in MetaGGXX. We wanted to maximize the opportunity and go with my process called the player funnel. So here's how the player funnel system works. So we start with the attract mechanism at the start. We make them a new lobby background. We start A/B testing thumbnails. We do that until we find a winning format, so we A/B test different versions. This was his first thumbnail before we started working together, and this is the thumbnail right now. And after we found a winning format, we make more versions of the winning format to boost the CTR even more. Then we go over to the hook mechanism or onboarding. So we fix the early drop-offs. As you can see on the screenshot, this was the chart before and the chart after. As you can see, the drop-offs really minimized here. Then we also implemented a good hook. So we hook the players to the core loop, but then we also optimize the player journey. Then after we're done with the hook mechanism, we move over to the Discord community. He already had a community in place, so we just improved his Discord community by adding some channels, secret codes, and making the community engage. Of course, this whole system goes way more in depth. It's not like this simple. This is only the process I use when we get featured in MetaGGXX. It's not like my usual process when working with clients. Okay, so now let's go over some metrics after we stopped working together. So now the D1 retention is 18%. As you can see here. Day 7 retention is almost 5%. That's a 2x increase. Also, you can see the increase of retention here. Then before and after CTR, then also the tabs we entered, and the player count here from 0 to 2500 peak CCU. That made him around 2.5k in a day. Okay, so now let's go over some revenue before and after. Before, he was making $0, and now he's making 11k in a week, or 1 to 2k in a day. So in conclusion, he made around a 4x investment in a week. So if you're a UFN creator stuck at 50 CCU or more, you're exhausted from grinding updates, being stuck at the same CCU, posting useless content and seeing spam maps blow up, while your seats there with untapped potential, then DM me the word plane to see if you qualify to work with me.